You can guess who they are from just one word. Bolero. Actually, Ravel's Bolero, isn't it? And from these iconic images performing together, they have been performing for 50 years together. They do not look old enough. Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean have announced one final spin on the ice before they hang up their skates for good. Or should we just enjoy this for a moment?
Absolutely amazing. I was doing my A-levels in Nottingham in 1984, and Torvill and Dean were the heroes of the city and the nation, and then the world, because they won that 1984 Winter Olympics gold medal, and also multiple world championship titles. And then, of course, they went on to be top judges on ITV's Dancing on Ice. But I mean, for us, they will always be the gold medalists.
I know, always. And Ravel's Bolero is a key part, isn't it, of your life?
It was so new.
It's a legacy for us, isn't it?
Stayed with us, hasn't it?
Yeah, and like you say, a lot of people not only remember as winning the Olympics, but they remember exactly where they were at that time as well. Yeah. And I think it's sort of a nostalgia for everybody, and that's why when we go on tour, our final tour, we're sort of telling our story from beginning, it was to the point that we stopped skating.
It was true with Mac and Mabel as well, wasn't it? That it was so innovative. Nobody had ever done what you did before in that way. It was so new.
Yes, it was using one piece of music like an overture instead of using two or three non-related pieces of music for the competition, and this was telling a story. So that was kind of new, and we continue to do things like that. And on the tour, we're going to do remember Mac and Mabel and Bon and obviously Bolero, and turn them into big production numbers with our cast of pro skaters.
Oh, it's wonderful. And it's going to tell, the story of your skating lives.
From wee people, small people,
what did you call him when you first saw him?
The Blonde Prince.
The Blonde Prince. I mean, and
Queen Bee.
Yeah.
On the ice.
And is this story going to include that quick, cheeky kiss at the back of the bus?
Probably not.
But you need to choreograph it in somehow.
Oh.
Well, we did Bolero.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
That
was the romantic.
Absolutely.
The romantic dance, wasn't it? So it is that we're talking about you hanging up your skates. Is this the end of your ice dancing partnership? Forever?
It's the final on Sunday will be our last performance on Dancing on Ice. And obviously then we go on tour, and they will be our last performances. We end in Nottingham on the 12th of July.
Yeah, that will be our last performance where it all started, in Nottingham. That site where the arena is now.
I bought tickets for my mum for your first ever tour.
Really?
In the old ice rink.
The ice stadium.
85 or
85.
85. And I saved up. I had a summer job. I saved up the money and I bought these. I didn't go, just for my mum, because she was such a fan and I wanted to be able to go.
We had a big marquee on the Forest ground in Nottingham. That's where.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because there was no arena at that.
There was no arena then.
No.
Yeah.
On the Goose Fair side.
Tell us about Dancing on Ice, because you are going to perform your very last performance on Dancing on Ice. But what's happening with Dancing on Ice? Because without you performing, that's a big backbone of Dancing on Ice, isn't it?
If Dancing on Ice continues, we'll just come back as judges. But really, it is time for us. It's 50 years that we've been skating together. And, it takes its toll on the body. You have to be very disciplined every day, looking after yourself, nutrition-wise and health-wise. And I guess we're ready for a bit of a break.
That's interesting because it is so physical. And the lifts. Do you mind if I ask how old you are now?
I'm 66 and Jane's a bit older than me.
So to be able to be that physical, it at your age does require a lot of work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't come easy, and it's harder, obviously, the older you get. But that's why we felt that we're still in a shape that we can still do it. But it's, limited time that we can continue to do it. And so 50 years is a great number to say we've been skating together. I don't think there are many partnerships that can say they've been together for 50 years.
No.
Is there particular moves which get harder, or is it just like the
splits have
overall?
gone.
There's no splits anymore.
And what
They've
about the
definitely gone.
lifts?
We still do lifts. I mean, there's certain things that become too difficult, for the body, but we still
Age-appropriate skating we do these days.
I love it. Now, Alex Beresford, our Alex Beresford, got to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I finished fifth, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Better than I
finished
thought I
fifth.
was going to get.
Right, I wonder, do we have some pictures of Alex's finest
Oh,
moments?
gosh. Do we have to
On
go
the
over
ice.
this? All I remember is every week Chris would say, please tuck your bum in. Because I
Okay.
pulled my bum out too
We
much.
seem
didn't
to
I, Chris?
only
That
have
was
pictures
the
of
one
you
thing I
standing
never quite
still.
got it right.
Were there any sort of dancing moments on ice we've got, Stuart, or not? Just
He is standing still really well.
What an incredible experience. And also, it was just such a privilege to be in the same space as Torvill in Dean.
And Alex
actually,
came
when
on
I
tour
did it,
with
we
us as well.
Alex was on tour.
we did the tour as well.
Yeah.
And that was the best bit, actually, of getting to watch these guys skate every single night. It was, they're just incredible. And,
They are.
you've got to be so fit to continue to do it at their age.
And do you have good memories of Andy Peters on?
We have lots of memories. Not so much good memories on the ice, but he toured with us also, but he was hosting.
Oh, that's a pretty impressive list. And another one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's pretty good.
that is
There was one moment there where he was talking, suddenly disappeared out of camera shot and popped back up again.
what, because he fell over?
Yes.
Well, here he is popping up right now.
Absolutely.
I was the
Torvill
first
and
person
Jane.
I was the first person to ever fall over on Dancing on Ice, ever in the history of the show, because I was in Series 1 and I took the first tumble. A little bit like that, gone.
There we go.
Pop back up.
But while he's gone, the Dancing on Ice final is this Sunday. When does your tour start?
We start a
April.
month, April 12th, I think it is, and then we're all around the country
Have a
for the next 6
fabulous
weeks.
time. Of course, what happens on tour stays on tour.
Absolutely.
You can't tell us your secrets about Alex.
And it will be
No.
the final tour.
Thank you so much.
Final tour, exclusive here on Good Morning.
Has Andy?
Christopher, thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
to see you.
Meanwhile, Andy is pulling himself up off the floor.
Have you recovered?
There he is. He's up.
Just about, because the thought of eating some pies has really got me straight back on my feet. Just to say good morning to Jane and Chris, two of the nicest people you will ever meet, and so inspiring. The only reason I ever took part in Dancing on Ice is because genuinely they said, you'll get trained by Jane and Chris, and I thought, I get to meet Torvill and Dean and call them my friend, and actually put their number in my phone. I'm down for that.
And you
Thank
look like
two
you're
both. Lovely to
dressed
see you. Good luck with the
appropriately,
final.
Andy, as well.
Yes, exactly. There's none of
What
the
you wearing?
He's got
Didn't look
It's because I am inside a food factory. Good morning. I've got a chance for you